Hey, Nelson, alcoholic addict. That's not my real name. That's my pen name that I use here at LOL Sober. Have you heard Taylor Swift's new song? It's called Anti-Hero. If you have ears and a working brain, you probably have. It's one of those pop songs that is almost impossible to avoid because it's like you can be in the car and switch radio stations 4 times and it'll be on 2 or 3 of the stations as you flip around. So it's everywhere. I put a link to it on the written version of this newsletter, and seriously, you'll hear it sometime in the next couple of days, especially now that I called attention to it. I was struck by the basic message of the song. I really liked it. It's about looking in the mirror and realizing that you are involved in every one of your problems. How much are you involved? Depends on the situation. Only you can really figure that out. Is every problem your fault? No. I've talked about it here a lot. I love the spiritual axiom that's in the big book, and it says it's a spiritual axiom that every time we are disturbed, no matter what the cause, there is something wrong with us. I personally think that is true about 99% of the time, but not 100% of the time. I think there's 1% of the time where bad shit happens, and in those instances, I would not dare tell that person whose house burned down or their dog got hit by a car. I wouldn't tell them that they should be looking in the mirror to figure out what's wrong with them. Why are you disturbed? I just wouldn't do that. But for me, most of the time, almost 100% of the time, when I'm disturbed, I got to take a look at myself. So that brings me back to the Taylor Swift song, because she's zeroing in on that same general message. What I like about the song is that she's flagging behaviors and attitudes in her life and raising her hand to take accountability. There's one section specifically that speaks to me. It says, I should not be left to my own devices. They come with prices and vices. I end up in crisis. Tale as old as time. I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, because you got tired of my scheming for the last time. And then the chorus goes, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. You've heard that song, right? It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. I like the general idea here that it's hard to look in the mirror. I've certainly found that myself in recovery. Part 1 was relatively straightforward early on after I got sober. I had a significant drug and alcohol problem, and I had to clean up that shit. I left a lot of wreckage, and I had to clean it up. There was nothing to debate about it. It was clearly my issue that I needed to get help for. But part 2 has been trickier. The longer I've been sober, there've been issues in my life where I'm responsible for a good chunk of it. Like, let's even say 50%. There's issues where I'm 50% responsible for the problem, and then someone else is responsible for 50%. And in those circumstances, I need to throw my hand up, just like Tay-Tay does in Anti-Hero. It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. I need to do that. And then I need to accept what happens next. And sometimes people will say, oh, thanks for saying that, and nothing else. And you have to be comfortable that they're not going to own their part of it. They just aren't. I have to own my 50%, and they don't. They're not going to take ownership of their 50%. That's next level stuff there. Luckily I have found that most of the time when I say it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me, in those types of situations, the other person usually chimes in that, you know what, I could have done a better job too. And not always, but quite often. So that's good. When that doesn't happen, more often than not, I'm able to shrug my shoulders these days. That other person being unwilling to say, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me, that's ultimately their problem. It probably causes them pain the same way it causes me pain when I refuse to take responsibility. So I need to let that go. They're going to pay you have to pay the piper most of the time in life. And, I'll tell you this much though. I'm actually pretty excited now to have a song to listen to that can get me into mood to just eat some shit when I need to. So thank you, Taylor Swift, and thank you for letting me share.